Okay, I'm now wanting to discuss unit conversions applied to area, volume, and medicine. Prerequisite, basic unit conversions. If you've not studied those first, you're not ready for this, okay? Either find my video over that or use somebody else's or study it somewhere else, okay? This video is not intended to review this skill. It assumes this skill before we do this. Also, I want to make sure everybody is aware that I am using my own formula sheet, my own conversion sheet, okay? If you are taking a course where there is a required conversion sheet, you must use that one for your coursework, okay? Those conversions might be different than the ones you see here, especially metric and US conversions. All right, so here goes. Example 1. So we're here. Convert I've got a list of problems I'm going to be referring to off camera. Let's see, I'm going to write it a different way. Suppose someone wants to buy 35 square yards of carpet. The store requires orders in square feet. Convert. Okay, do. 1 yard equals 3 feet. So what we have is we have 35 square yards. That is yards squared times. Okay? Because that is square yards, that is yards times yards. So we actually need to do yards in the yards diagonal to it twice. Okay? Yards diagonal to it twice. There is 1 yard, so 1 will follow the yards everywhere where we see it. And there's 3 feet to every 1 yard. So yards cancels that yard squared. So now we have 35 times 3 times 3. I'm going to have to grab my calculator, which is off camera right now. 35 times 3 times 3. 315 feet times feet is feet squared. So 315 square feet. Okay? A square yard is a yard one way and then another. I'm sorry, I can't see how the camera's. A square yard is a yard this way and that way. Okay? A square foot is a foot one way and then a foot another way. Okay? All right. Example 2 of area. Convert convert 160 square centimeters to square inches do. So I have 100, so here's what I do know. I know that 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. Okay? So that's going to be 160 centimeters squared times, and I'm going to have to cancel the 2 centimeters. So here's one, and here's another one. Okay, so 2.54 will follow the centimeters. 2.54 will follow the centimeters. Okay? 1 inch. 1 inch. Okay, so my centimeters cancel. 160 times 1 times 1 is 160, or the 2.54 times 2.54. 6.4516. Okay, inches squared. Because inches times inches is inches squared. So 160 divided by 6.4516 is approximately 24.8 inches squared, or 24.8 square inches. Okay? Which is about this size by this size. Okay, this way by this way. Okay? An inch one way and an inch the other dimension. Okay, 1 inch wide, 1 inch long. Okay. Example 3. A rectangle is 1,600 millimeters wide and 2 meters long. Find its area, A, in square millimeters, B, in square meters. Okay? Do. Area equals length times width. Okay? Well, let me put the metric conversion chart up here. Unit, deci, or part of it, centa, milli. Okay? So, if we're going to do A for the time being, part A, we put this in lowercase a, lowercase a, lowercase b. Lowercase a, lowercase b, that way we have less confusion. So if we're going to do millimeters squared, we need to do 2 meters equals 2.00 or 2.0 something millimeters. So we're going from the standard unit, meter, okay? And we're going to go over 1, 2, 3 places. So that is 2,000 millimeter. So area will equal the length, which is 2,000 millimeters, and the width, which is 1,600 millimeters. Okay, so 2,000 times 1,600 is 3,200,000 millimeters times millimeters, millimeters squared. So that's square millimeters, or square millimeters. Okay, let me do B. 1,600 millimeters equals blank meters. So 1600.0. Okay? We are at milli. We need to get this. Oh, so we're going, since we want this in meters squared, I need both of these to be in meters. So I'm at milli, 1, 2, 3 places over. So that's 1.6 meters. Okay, so area equals length times width. So the length is 2 meters. And the width is 1.6 meters. Which gives me 2 times 1.6 is 3.2. Meters times meters is meters squared. So that's 3.2 square meters. Okay? Let me get this off the board. I'll do example 4. Example 4, find area of a circle with a diameter of I don't know. Let's do 42 meters. This is a radius of 21 meters. Okay? So that's what so this is 21 meters, this is 42 meters across, and this would therefore be 21 meters. That's the radius, this is the diameter. Okay, of a circle. Find area in square feet. Okay, here goes. Area equals pi r squared h. So I propose that what we do first is first, area will equal 3.1416. College level math classes usually assume this. If you're told to use a different approximation, use that. Okay, but college level math classes usually use 3.1416 times the radius is 21 squared. Okay? And since it's going to be area, we're looking for meters squared. Okay, so I'll go ahead and leave that out for the time being. Okay, so the meters out for the time being. So 21 squared is 441 times 3.1416. So I get 1385.4456 square meters. Second, my chart does not give me a conversion for meters to feet, direct from meters to feet. So what I propose to do is use the fact that 1 meter is approximately 1.0936 yards, and 1 yard equals 3 feet. So plan. meters squared to yards squared, then yards squared to to feet squared. So 1, meters squared to yards squared. And then number 2, yards squared to feet squared. Okay, so having done my plan, first I'm going to convert the 1385.4456 meters squared times, I'll need to cancel 2 meters twice. I'll need to cancel the meters twice. And we're doing yards to meters, so this relationship says that 1 will follow the meters, and the counterpart will be 1.0936 yards, 1.0936 yards, and we get to cancel the meters. That's the point of this. So I will multiply this times this times this. And I get 1,656.93885 yards squared. Okay, I hope that's fairly visible. Next, I'm going to do this part. Second, this answer, 1,656.93885 yards squared times, I'm going to put that lower because I want it to be legible. So 1,656.93885 yards squared times, my goal is to cancel the yards twice. Okay? And every 1 yard, so yard is matched with the number 1, 1 will follow the yards, and 3 feet. Okay, so with that number still, the yards cancel against the yard and the yard. So this times 3 times 3. Okay, I'm going to round it. Approximately 14,912.45 square feet. Okay? And that is it for area. Okay, so for volume, I've got a doozy. A rectangular box is 2.2 feet tall, 10 inches long, 8.5 inches wide. Okay? A can, a cylindrical can, has a diameter of 4.8 centimeters, which the radius is half that, 2.4 centimeters, and it is 0.115 meters tall. A, find the volume of the box. B, find the volume of the can. C, which is larger. Okay, so for A, what I would propose to do is get all these, to get any, this is the feet, okay? I recommend taking larger to smaller, okay? So I would recommend doing 2.2 feet, 2 inches. Where 1 foot equals 12 inches. Okay? So 2.2 feet times, the feet are unwanted, so I'll put feet in the diagonal to it. 1 will follow the foot, and then I have 12 inches up here. Cancel the feet. 12 times 2.2 is 26.4 inches. Okay? So volume equals length times width times height, and it's going to be in cubic meters because, sorry, cubic inches, because we're dealing with volume. Okay, that's 3 dimensions. Okay, 3 dimensions. Width, length, and height. Okay? So the length is 10. The width is 8.5. And the height is 26.4. Okay, so I'll multiply all 3 of those. 10 times 8.5, I'll make that, try to make that a little bit more legible, times 8.5 times 26.4. That's 2,244 cubic inches. Okay, for this one, I'm going to move both of those down. I'm going to move both of these down to make room. Find volume of the can, and then see which is larger. Okay, so here goes. Find the volume of the can. Again, I recommend going larger to smaller. Okay, so 0.115 meters. Okay, let me consider the metric system momentarily. Unit, in this case meter, decimeter, and then centimeter. Okay? So, from a standard unit to the census place is 2 places over. So we're dealing with 11.5 centimeters. Okay? Now the volume of a can is volume equals pi r squared times h. College level math classes generally use 3.1416 for pi. Okay? My radius is 2.4. So that's 2.4 squared, and my height is 11.5. And of course, it's going to be in cubic centimeters because it's volume. Okay? And we're dealing with centimeters, nothing but centimeters at this point. So, order of operations, square this first. So 2.4 squared is 5.76. Now take it times 3.1416 and then 11.5. So I'm looking at 208.099584 centimeters cubed. So which is larger? Okay. I choose to do centimeters cubed to inches cubed on the cylinder. Okay, inches cubed to centimeters cubed, from centimeters cubed to inches cubed on the can. Okay, reason being, I'm an American. I'm more comfortable with U.S. units. Okay, I'm more familiar with them. Okay, I have been dealing with. I didn't start doing much with the metric system until late elementary school. I was dealing with U.S. units in early elementary school. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, so 208.099,584, and I'm going to need to save space. I'm sorry, so I'm going to approximate this as 208 0.1 cubic centimeters times. Okay? Because that's centimeters cubed, I'm going to need centimeters in the denominator 3 times. Okay? So I'm going to use the fact that 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. So 208.1 centimeters cubed times blank centimeters times centimeters times centimeters. I still don't have enough space. Looks like I'm going to have to write smaller. Okay, so this is 2.54 centimeters, 2.54 centimeters, 2.54 centimeters. Okay, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Okay, so I'll be canceling 3 centimeters now. Okay, so that gives me 208.1 inches cubed inches cubed from these three over 2.54 times 2.54 times 2.54. $16.387 roughly. Okay, I'm going to round. And so I have 208.1 divided by 16.387. Okay, that's approximately 12.7 inches cubed. Okay, this was the can. So the can was 12.7 inches cubed. The box is 2244 inches cubed. So obviously the box is much larger. Okay. I'll be here next. For medicine, I propose a fictitious medicine with the dosage instructions of 150 milliliters per kilogram per day in 12 doses. Find amount per single dose, I know it doesn't say single, but per individual dose for a 9-pound animal. So the first problem is it's based on kilograms and the animal's measurement is in pounds. Okay, well, I propose the first thing we should do is convert the 9 pounds to kilograms. Okay? So, 9 pounds. So first of all, we're going to remember, I choose to use 1 pound is approximately 0.4536 kilograms. Okay? So, 9 pounds times, I guess to be consistent I could have done that. So 9 pounds, I want to cancel my pound. Okay, so I'll cancel my pound, put it diagonal, 1 will follow my pound, and the counterpart is 0.4536 kilograms. Cancel, cancel, and 9 times 0.4536 is 4.0824 kilograms. Second, daily total. So the instructions say 150 milliliters per 1 kilogram. Okay, so here's what I propose to do instead. I'm going to convert 824. So here's what I'm going to write. I am going to write 150 milliliters per 1 kilogram. That's given. And given this bit of information, convert 4.0824 kilograms to milliliters this substance, this medicine. Okay? Using this as a unit rate. So 4.0824 kilograms times kilograms, 1 kilogram, 150 milliliters. Cancel, cancel. So I will take that times 150, and I get 612 milliliters, 612.36 milliliters. Third, individual dose. Individual dose. So we're going to take the 612.36 milliliters and divide it by 12 doses in a day. Okay, so I will take that number and divide it by 12. 51.03 milliliters per dose. Okay? Let me put a little make an additional instruction. Round to nearest milliliter. If I do that, then it becomes 51 milliliters per dose. Okay. And that will handle the medicine for us.